As the UK prepares to hold a general election, the leading Conservative Party looks ready to lose to the opposition Labour Party for the first time in 14 years.
A Labour victory would definitely be a step up for UK-EU relations. The EU will know that the Labour Party was fighting for the UK's continued membership of the EU. They know that. And they also know that the Labour Party doesn't have the same bizarre hostilities to the EU that the previous few governments have had.
Despite calling for a re-referendum in 2019, Starmer has publicly hardened his approach and ruled out any return to the single market or customs union.
I think the reason, is that they don't want to name things which could be lightning rods for criticism from the Conservatives or from certain elements of the more Brexit-supporting press in the UK. So I think they probably do have more ideas up their sleeve, but I'm not sure the party necessarily has decided exactly which ones it itself wants to go for in power. I think it will depend to some degree on the size of any majority it has. If the majority is smaller than expected, only 20 or 30 seats maybe, they'll be less willing to take political risks.
When it comes to NATO, the Labour Party are as committed to the Pact as their Tory predecessors. They have promoted a security pact between the UK and the EU, although the details on this remain vague. Experts have said that a Labour victory will largely mean that the new party will attempt to come to negotiations with a clean slate and make themselves more present in negotiations with the EU.
I think Labour are really going to focus on demonstrating their presence in Europe, and they are a different type of operation to the Conservatives. If you look at their rhetoric, there's a lot focused on meetings and presence and public engagement. That's really what this security pact is actually all about.
If the Labour government make it into power, they could be set to negotiate a tricky renewed role for the UK in the European Union, having to appeal to both Brussels' requirements and large portions of its electorate who voted for Britain to leave the EU to start with.